Hello everyone. So recently I played this Expedition 33 game and I really actually loved every second of it. So I I wanted to try some of the mechanics that I liked in this game. So yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. So but initially it was hard to see for me like where to get started, but I think how to switch between characters, that means the players party, how to switch between the members of players party, and also how to switch between the character from enemy party that we are focusing on. I thought maybe that's a good place to get started. So yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. We are going to create a party system, and we are going to create some characters, and then we are going to implement the switching between characters and switching between targets. So that's where we are going to start. So who knows, maybe this will end up as a long series, but right now let's just get started. Okay, so this is what you're going to get at the end of this episode. As I said, we are only going to implement this switching between the player party members. So the focus is how to get the camera right and how to get the transition between characters right. And also we are going to work on this how to switch between the enemy character from the enemy party we are targeting on. So yeah, those are the things we are going to work on today. Now as you can see, now we are focused on the rightmost character, now the middle character, now the left character. Alright, let's get started. And before we get started, let me quickly remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel from the Patreon page. Once you become a member, you can access everything without any limits. So feel free to check it out. I'll leave the link in description below. Okay, so I plan to use some of the assets from Paragon project shared in Fab for this project. So the first thing I wish to work on in this project is the selecting of characters and changing camera angles to look at a certain target. I think that's a good place to look at, a good place to start for this reactive turn-based style combat system. Right, so to get started, let's create a new folder, 𝐶LM Turn-Based Combat. Okay, and inside here, let's create a folder BP, and under BP, let's create a new blueprint class, and I'm going to select character. So let's call it this character. Oh, maybe rather 𝐶LM base character. Okay, and let's open it. And here, as the mesh, I'm planning to use this Aurora mesh, Paragon Aurora mesh. It's not necessary. You can use any mesh you need. It's just while we are doing the tutorial, we would have something nice to look at. So that's all. That's just why I'm using that character. So Aurora, let's find that here. And this should be rotated or down so it aligns with the direction. Oh, it's not. Yeah, it is the forward direction. All right, now here let's see, let me place 3 of these characters, maybe in an angle like this. So these 3 characters are going to be player characters, and I'm gonna add 3 more characters here. They are going to be the enemies. Let me play and see. It looks okay, right? So soon we are going to get rid of the third person character, and in the same way, let me place 3 of them like this. This and another one like this, and another like this. And maybe the middle character we can make it a bit bigger. So yeah. Now I'll make this character to possess by default so that we wouldn't get the other default third person character. But as you can see, we don't see the character because we haven't added the camera yet. Okay, so here, and also let's assign this animation to. Right now we don't need animation blueprint, we just need some animation. Okay, right, now to add a camera, let's add a spring arm, not under the mesh, I'll add it under the capsule, and doesn't have to have a rotation, and it should be in the middle. And also let's add a pocket offset, something like this, because we need to see the character a little bit to the side so that we can clearly see the enemy character that we are targeting. And maybe we might need to this up also a little bit, but we can look into them in detail later. Let's add a camera under this like this. Okay, now if I select this character, you can see this is how I see through the camera. And let me play. So this is fine, but maybe it would be better if we move a little bit closer. So how about 200? Yeah, that way seems better. Okay. Oh, one more thing. There are some variations of this mesh as well. So here we can change it. Change this one. We'll go to General, Mesh, Aurora, drop down. We have this glacial empress. That looks more like a boss. So yeah, now this looks better. Yeah, I'll move the platform behind a little bit so we can focus better on the character. Still, I feel like this is not really important for what we are working on, but still, I feel like we don't have enough focus on the character. So maybe let's do something like this. We need some darkness behind. So let's. Yeah, this is better. I rotated the light a little bit so we can see the shadows behind, so we have more focus on the character. Alright, so now how do we implement switching between the characters that we have possessed? That means switching between these player characters and switching the targets between who we are focusing on. This, or this. So for that, here I'll create a new blueprint. I'll call it an active blueprint. I'll call it PP match because this would handle the things related to match. That means which player is currently active and what is the current target, things like that. Okay, so now here I'll add a variable. What should I call it? Player characters. No, let's not call characters, let's call player party. Player party, that's the term usually used in turn-based combat. So this I'll set to CLM base character and it has to be an array. Then I'll duplicate this, let's call it enemy party, and I'll make this public so that, let me drag and drop this match here, and I'll assign player party and enemy party like this. So for the player party, character, this one. For the enemy is this. Okay. Now here I'll add a function event, a custom event, process player, and this should pass an index that says which player we need to possess. So I'll add an integer, let's call it player index. And first thing we should do is we need to check if this past index is a valid index or not. If it is invalid, we can't obviously process that character, so we need to check that first. If yes, then let's have a variable. What should I call it? Active player index. Okay, and then again I'll get this player and we need to process on that player. So for that, get player control and process. Okay, right, now in the actual game, the player who is going to possess the term will be decided based on the order we play, but here let's add a manual method to switch switch poses in different player characters so that we can test this. So let's add right arrow, right. We will focus on the character to the right of the player. This plus, because we added in that way in the array, then we can call process player. Similarly, keyword left arrow, we can do this but with -1. All right, and these inputs will not work on this BP match unless we enable input for that. So enable input, player controllers. We wouldn't really need inputs, but for testing purposes we do. Okay, now let's test. Here now we have possessed the first character. If I press right, the second character is possessed. Right, third character is possessed. Okay, so that system is working, but it's instant, not smooth. So maybe we can do something like this. Here we can use set view target with blend and blend time. Let's promote this to variable, let's say 0.5 seconds. So we would need to add a similar delay here. And then process. Okay, let's try now. That didn't work. Why didn't I assign the target? Oh, I didn't. I should use the target. Press F10. Okay, yeah, now it's smooth and we can switch between characters. All right, so now the problem is, the next thing is how to focus on the enemies. How to do that? Let's add a function, an event, perhaps focus, or custom event called focus, and let's pass a focus target. Actor focus target. And what I want to do is I want to set the control rotation. So get controller, set control rotation. This also would be instant, but that's fine for now. So we need to find the rotation from this character to the target. So get actor location. So self means this character, and get actor location calling on the target would give us the location of the target. And then we can call find look at rotation from a start to target. This would be our rotation. And then in the BP match, let's add this here. This is process inputs. Here I'll add another function, another custom event, focus what should I call it? Yeah, focus enemy. Focus on enemy. That's more descriptive. Here also, I would first need to get the enemy party and do this valid index. I'll promote this as a input parameter. Let's call it what should I call it? Target enemy index. And we can have a branch to test the validity. If yes, let's promote this to a variable. Target enemy index. Okay. And then I can get the active player. That means maybe we should promote this to, no, we already have the index. So player party, should we do this? Let's promote this to an index, to a variable. To do this. Let's call it active player. And here, get the active player, convert to validated get, and call focus. And as the focus target, I'll get the enemy party, get this. Okay, now similarly, focus on enemy. To test this, we would need some test input. Let's use numpad 6 to right and numpad 4 to left. Focus. Yeah, we have this. Okay. Now target enemy index plus 1, call focus on enemy. In the same way, do this with -1. Okay, now let's see. Here, if I press 6, now the middle character, now the leftmost, now again middle, now rightmost. Okay, if I go here, left, middle, right. If I go here, right, middle, left. Okay, so it is working. We can focus on different characters and we can switch our focus, switch the possessed character as well. Alright, I think that should be enough for this first episode. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available here for download in my Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And let me know what you guys think about this new series. And also let me know if you have any questions in the comments. and see you in another episode. Goodbye.